Hello, everybody. Scoony007 here, bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. In today's game, we have the 6-10 Seattle Mariners taking on the 7-9 Oakland A's. This is game 2 of a two-game series between the Mariners and the A's, with the A's winning the first game. Mariners looking to split the series. And here is the starting lineup for the Seattle Mariners. Leading off, the center fielder, Ichiro Suzuki. Batting second, the second baseman, Jose Lopez. Batting third, the left fielder, Raul Ibans. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Jose Verito. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Greg Norton. Batting seventh, the catcher, Kenji Johijima. Batting eighth, the right fielder, Willie Bloomcrest. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Yunesuke Betancourt. On the mound for the A's, it is Lenny De Niro. He'll come into the game with a 6.0 ERA. He's got no wins and 2 losses. He's pitched 6 innings, allowed 7 hits, 5 strikeouts, and 2 walks. We're here at the Oakland Coliseum, which gives a +2 to strikeouts and a +2 to walks and nothing to home runs. And with that, the home plate umpire dusts off home plate, and we're ready to start. Ichiro Suzuki will step up. He's batting at .300, and here is the first pitch of the game. 2-4, column 2, row 4. That's going to be a blank. And that's going to be 3-3, column 3, row 3, and that's going to be a fly ball out there to Buck, who'll make the catch and put one away. Let's take a look at the starting defense for the Oakland A's. Brown will be out there in left field. Sweeney will be in center. Buck at right field. Going around the horn, we've got Hanahan on third. Cosby at playing short. Ellis is on second. Barton at first. Suzuki behind the mound. And Lenny is on the mound. Jose Lopez is up. He's batting at .203 with 1 out and nobody on. And here's the pitch. 1-3, column 1, row 3. That's going to be a strikeout. On a 1-8, remember, we add 2 to that range. That's going to be a 3. Struck him out! So 2 up and 2 down, and that's going to bring up Raul Ibans. Ibans is batting at .344, and here is the pitch. And that's going to be 6-2, column 6, row 2. That's going to be a blank. 6-4, column 6, row 4. That's going to be a double star 3. We'll take a look at the double star line. It's a ground ball to Hanahan. And with that, that will retire the side. So the A's retire the Mariners in order. No runs, no hits, and no errors, and none left on. Is even a score. We go to the bottom of the first. And here is the starting lineup for the Oakland A's. Leading off, the right fielder, Travis Buck. Batting second, the second baseman, Mark Ellis. Batting third, the first baseman, Derek Barton. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Jack Cusp. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Emil Brown. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Bobby Cosby. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Ryan Sweeney. Batting eighth, the catcher, Kurt Suzuki. And batting ninth, the third baseman, Jack Hanahan. On the mound for the Mariners, it is Carlos Silva. Silva will come into the game with an 8.84 ERA, 1 win, 2 losses. He's pitched 17 and 1/3 innings, allowed 24 hits, 7 strikeouts, and 8 walks. And with that, Buck steps up. He's batting a .271, and here is the pitch. And that's going to be 5-6, column 5, row 6. That's going to be a range play. On a range play, we're going to check the first number on the outfield, on the fielder's positions. 1-2, column 1, row 2. That's going to be a flying ball out there to Ibens, to Raul. So we're going to roll 1d6 against that first number, and his range is on a 1 to 3. That is a 6. He can't make the catch, and that is going to be good for a base hit for Buck. And Buck will get lead off with a base hit. So no outs and a runner on first, and let's take a look at the defense for the Seattle Mariners. Raul Ibens is out there in left field. Suzuki's playing center. Bloomcrest at right field. Going around the horn, we've got Beltre on third. Betancourt is at shortstop. Lopez is on second. Norton at first. Joe Hijima is behind the plate. And Silva is on the mound. And with that, Mark Ellis is up. He's batting at .333, and we have a runner on base. We roll for strategy. In this case, it's a 16, and that's going to be a sacrifice play. They're going to bring the corners in. And here's the pitch to Ellis. 5-5, column 5, row 5. That is going to be a blank. And we'll take a look at the bunting chart because that was a sac bunt. We're going to roll 1d6 against the infield. On a 1 to 2, it's going to be a pitcher. 3 to 4, it's going to be the first. On a 5, it'll go to third. And if it's a 6, it'll go behind the plate to the catcher. In this case, it's a 2. It's the Silva, and it's going to be a successful sacrifice bunt. We roll that against his bunt rating. That's going to be a 4. That is a 2. And we'll roll the D20 on that. And it's a good bunt. So 1 out, and that's going to move Buck over to second. And we have it, we roll again for the strategy, and it's a 19. So the A's are going to bunt again. 1 out with a runner on first. Derek Barton up, he's batting a 109. And here is the pitch. 6-3, column 6, row 3. That's going to be a bunt. And this time it's to the third baseline to Beltre. And that is going to be another good, successful sacrifice bunt. They'll get Buck over to third. So 2 outs, and Buck has been successfully bunted into scoring position, runner 90 feet away. And here comes Jack Cusp. Cusp batting a .278. Strategy rolls a 13. A's holding off. And that is going to be a 3-6, column 3, row 6. That's going to be a strikeout. Now, the reason that is a strikeout, we look at Silva's card. Actually, we look at Cusp's card. Cusp is batting left. So we'll look on the pitcher's card at the left-handed side of that slash. And in this case, that's going to be a 20. That's going to be a 1. Struck him out! So no runs, 1 hit, and no errors, and 1 left on. After 1, we're tied at nothing. We go to the top of the second. It's going to be Adrian Beltre, Jose Verito, and Greg Norton due up for the Mariners. Adrian Beltre batting a 194, and here is the pitch. That is going to be a 6-4, column 6, row 4. That's going to be a blank. And that's going to be 3-1, column 3, row 1. And that's going to be a base hit out there in the center field. The ball will drop in front of Sweeney. And with that, Beltre gets on with a base hit. So runner on first, and that's going to bring up Jose Verito. Verito batting a .317. Strategy roll is a 6. Infield will come into double play depth, and here is the pitch. And that's going to be 4-5. Column 4, row 5. That's going to be good for a base hit past the pitcher. And with that, Beltre will go to second and get the hold sign. He would go to third on a base run rating of a 4 through 6. However, base run rating is a 2. He'll get the hold sign. And with that, Greg Norton will come up. Norton, first time we're seeing him in this season. This is his first game. He's played in 117 games. He had 186 at-bats, 29 runs, 35 RBIs, and 7 home runs. We'll see him on the Mariners right now, but as he'll start the season off, Greg Norton, and here's the pitch. Strategy roll is a 14, by the way, infield normal depth. 1-1, column 1, row 1. That is going to be a strikeout. We ignore the W for right now because Lenny has not faced his allowed number of batters. That's a 20. That's going to be a 3. Struck him out! And that's going to bring up Kenji. Kenji batting a 229. Strategy roll is an 18. Infield still at normal depth. And here is the pitch. Mariners holding off on Strat. 2-2, column 2, row 2. That is going to be a blank. 4-2, column 4, row 2. That is going to be a double out there in the center field. It's a one-hopper off the wall. 1 run will score and a double by Kenji. Verita will go to third. He'll get the stop sign on that. He would have came home. He gets a +1 to his base run rating. We look at Sweeney's arm. That's going to be a -2. So it's a -1 on that. We roll 1d6 against the base run rating. And that is going to be a 1. The 5 is higher. He'll get the hold. If it was a 1, he would have advanced. So 1 out with runners in scoring position. Strategy roll is a 7, and that is going to bring up Willie Bloomcrest. Bloomcrest, first time I think, but no, he's played in 7 games. He's had 6 at-bats so far. First time I believe we've seen him in the lineup here. He's 0 for 0. He's got no average, but here's the pitch. Strategy roll is a 7, and that's going to be a 1-3. Column 1, row 3, and that is going to be a 9. That's an 8. Struck him out! So 2 away. And with that, Yunosuke Betancourt will come up. Betancourt batting at 357. Runners on second and third. 2 outs. Strategy rolls a 19. Mariners holding off. And here is the pitch. That's going to be 2-6. Column 2. Row 6. It's a possible error. And that's going to be 4-2. Column 4. Row 2. It's a ground ball to Ellis. Now, the reason that's going to be a ground ball to Ellis, it's the same thing as on the pitcher card. We take a look at the batter's card. Is the pitcher left or right? If he's a right-handed pitcher, we look to the right-hand side of the slash. Left-handed pitcher, we look to the left-handed side. It's a ground ball to Ellis. No error there. That's going to be a 2. That is an 8. He'll make the catch and retire the side. 1 run, 3 hits, and no errors, and 2 left on for the Mariners. We go to the bottom of the second. Emil Brown, Bobby Cosby, and Ryan Sweeney due up for the A's. Emil Brown, and here is up to bat. He's batting a 182, and here is the pitch. 2-5, column 2, row 5. That is a blank. Carlos has not faced his number of batters yet. That's going to be 2-3, column 2, row 3. That's going to be a double star 4. It's a ground ball to Beltray. Beltray will get it, throw it over to Norton for out number 1. 1 away, and that's going to bring up Bobby Cosby. Cosby batting a 178, and here is the pitch. That's going to be a 1-6, column 1, row 6, at the ballpark. So anytime you roll the at symbol, so on the pitcher's card, we go to the ballpark card. Every ballpark and inside pitch has their own card. We'll go to the ballpark card for this play. And that's going to be column 1, row 3. It's a ground ball to Betancourt. Betancourt will get it, throw it over to Norton for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down, and that's going to bring up Ryan Sweeney. Sweeney batting a 172, and here is the pitch. 5-1, column 5, row 1. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1-10. That is a 9. Struck him out. And the Mariners retire the A's in order. It's 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors after 2. Mariners 1. A's nothing. We go to the top of the 3rd. Ichiro Suzuki, Jose Lopez, and Raul Ibans due up for the Mariners. Top of the order for Seattle, Ichiro Suzuki. He's 0 for 1 today, and here is the pitch. 6-3, column 6, row 3. That's going to be a blank. 4-4, column 4, row 4. And that is going to be a base hit past second base. It goes past Ellis. And with that, Suzuki is on base. Strategy roll is a 6, and if it's within range of 2 of their ATT number, that's going to be the first number here on the base run, that is going to be a hit and run. So that is going to be a 6. It's going to be a hit and run. The infield going to go to double play depth on this one. Hit and run attempt. Now here's how hit and runs work. All ground double plays will get a -2. All base run ratings will get a +2. All home run and walk rates for the batter cut in half, and those are rounded down. Lineouts are considered double plays, and if Lopez was to strike out, we will resolve the play as a steal. Jose Lopez is 0 for 1, struck out his last time up, and here is the pitch. Infield double play depth on a hit and run. 4-5, column 4, row 5. That's going to be a base hit past Lenny. Suzuki will go to second, but does he pick up the extra base? Does he go to third? He'll advance to third on a 4 through 6. His base run rating is a 5. He advances. So right now the Mariners have runners on the corners. And that is going to bring up Raul Ibans. Ibans is 0 for 1. Strategy roll 15, infield, going to double play depth. And here is the pitch. And that's going to be a 3-1. Column 3, row 1. That is a blank. Remember, Lenny has not faced his allowed number of batters yet. The only one we do check when it comes up is the double question mark. 5-2, column 5, row 2. It's going to be a line drive to Ellis. No double play there. It's a line out. It's an L4 outside of the range. So no double play there. And 1 away with runners on first and third. So runners are still in the corner, and that's going to bring up Adrian Beltre. Beltre is 1 for 1 today with a run scored. Infield, trying it again. They're going to go to double. They're going to stay at double play depth. Strategy rolls a 13. They're not worried about Suzuki. They're trying to get the double play from first to second here, A's. We'll see if that pays off. 6-3, column 6, row 3, that's going to be a blank. And that's going to be a 6-4, column 6, row 4. That's going to be a base hit to Buck out there in the right field. It's past Buck. And with that, on an RBI single by Beltre, that'll score Suzuki. Lopez is on second. Does he go to third? Let's take a look. We add a +1 to that. And the BR, runner advancement, we add a +2. So we're adding 3. That's where we get the 5 from. If row is less than or equal to, that's a 5. That is a 5. Jose Lopez will advance to third. And once again, the Mariners have runners on the corners. So 1 out, runners in corners. This time they're going to leave the infield at normal depth. Jose Verito is up. He's 1 for 1 today. Strategy rolls a 2, and here's the pitch. 5-2, column 5, row 2. That is going to be a strikeout on a 1 to 11. That is a 10. Struck him out. So 2 away. And runners on second on the corners, and that's going to bring up Greg Norton. Whenever you have runners on and you have 2 outs, we add 1 to the base run rating. Strategy roll is a 2, Mariners holding off. Here's Greg Norton. Norton is 0 for 1, struck out his last time up. Here's the pitch. 5-5, column 5, row 5, and that's going to be a hit by pitch. That is a 10. Lenny will add a +10 to hit by pitch rating. That is a 10. We'll check the D20. That's going to be a 7. And with that, Norton got hit by the pitch. So that'll load the bases up for Kenji. Kenji is 1 for 1 today with a double and an RBI. And here is the pitch. Strategy roll 13 with the bases loaded. 6-1, column 6, row 1. And that is going to be a single on a 1 to 10. The 16 is too high. 2-5, column 2, row 5, and that's going to be a pop-up to Cosby. And that will retire the side. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and the Mariners will leave them loaded. We go to the bottom of the third. It's Kurt Suzuki, Jack Hanahan, and Travis Buck due up for the Athletics. Kurt Suzuki batting at .250, and here is the pitch. 6-4, column 6, row 4. That's going to be a wild pitch. It's a foul ball, as Suzuki will smack that one into the stands. We're going to re-roll the dice. And that's going to be 2-2, column 2, row 2. It's a range play at the ballpark. We're going to go to the ballpark card. And that's going to be 1-1, column 1, row 1. That is a blank. Now, when you roll a blank on the ballpark card, that is considered a rare play. Every ballpark card will have 3 spaces that are blank for their rare play. And let's see, what is the rare play today that happens in today's game? Center field crashes into the wall, chasing a deep drive. Resolved as a D8 range play. Bloomcrest range is a 3. We're going to check for injury to the center fielder after the play. If CF fails to make the play, the right fielder picks up the ball with the hitter attempting an inside the park home run, resolved as an S9 with the play at the plate. Unsuccessful range play. Ichiro can't catch the ball. It's an inside the park home run. And Ichiro Suzuki is injured and will miss the rest of this game as they help him off the field. What a play! So Ichiro is out for the rest of this game, and they are going to bring in, see, Bloomquist is right. Does he improve better at left field? No, we're gonna. They're gonna bring in Jeremy Reed. So Reed will come in to replace the Ichiro, as he'll go back to the dugout and get taken care of for the rest of this game. So Ichiro is just out for the game, and that's going to bring up Jack Hanahan. However, the A's cut the lead down to 1, and here is the pitch with no outs. What a way to start the inning off with an inside the park home run, and that's going to be a 2-3. Column 2, row 3, that's going to be a blank. 6-6, column 6, row 6, and that's going to be a double star 6. It's a fly ball out there to Ibens. And Ibens will make the catch and put one away. We go to the top of the order, Travis Buck. He's 1 for 1 today, and here is the pitch. 2-1, column 2, row 1, that's going to be a blank. And that's going to be 5-6. Column 5, row 6, a double star 4. It's a ground ball to Beltray. And that's going to be out number 2, 2 away, and that's going to bring up Mark Ellis. Ellis, here's the pitch. That's going to be 3-6, column 3, row 6. That's a blank. 2-1, column 2, row 1. That's going to be good for a base hit down the third baseline. And with that, Ellis is on with a base hit. So 2 outs and a runner on first, and that's going to bring up Derek Barton. Strategy rolls a 4. Barton. Here's the pitch. 2 outs. Runner on first. And that's going to be 4-3. Column 4, row 3. We go back to the ballpark card. It's at the ballpark. We're going to go to the Coliseum. 4-1. Column 4, row 1. That's a fly ball out there to Ibens. We'll make the catch and retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits. No errors. After 3, it's Mariners 2, A's 1. We go to the top of the 4th. Willie Bloomquist, Yunesuke Betancourt, and Jeremy Reed due up for the Mariners. Bloomquist struck out his last time up, and here is the pitch. And that's going to be 6-1. Column 6, row 1. That's going to be a double question mark. And that would be a single, and a 1 to 10. The 15 is too high. 2-1, column 2, row 1. That's going to be a good for a base hit past Hanahan. So smack that one down the third baseline. Hanahan will get it as it rolls past him. And Barton is on with a base hit. Not Barton. Bloomquist is on with a base hit. Betancourt is up. He's 0 for 1. Strategy roll is a 12, and here is the pitch. 4-6. Column 4, row 6. That is a blank. 6-2. Column 6, row 2. That's going to be a fly ball out there to Brown. And that is going to be out number 1. 1 away, and we go to the top of the order. Jeremy Reed coming in for the injured Ichiro Suzuki. As Suzuki is out for the rest of this game, as we found out. Reed, let's take a look at him. He's played in 5 games, had 2 at-bats so far in this replay so far. Strategy roll is a 16 with the infield at double play depth. And here is the pitch. 2-2, column 2, row 2. That is a blank. And that's going to be 5-4, column 5, row 4. It's a double star 6. It's a fly ball to Buck. And Buck will make the catch and put 2 away. Strategy roll 3. As Jose Lopez will come up. That's going to be a steal attempt. Are they going to send him with 2 outs? Yes. And that's going to be a 13. Now, how do we get the steal rating? Well, we'll take a look. Bloomcrest is right. We're going to add a 1 to that range. Anything from the pitcher from Suzuki? No. So we add a +1. That's going to be a 17. We take that 17, roll 1d20 against it. If it's a 3 to 19, as it's highlighted here, if roll equaled or less than the SB rating, that's the middle number here, the stolen base rate, the runner is safe. If it's higher, he would have been out. Bloomcrest is safe at second. And with that, and here is the pitch to Lopez. 3-1, column 3, row 1, that's going to be a blank. And that's going to be 6-1, column 6, row 1. That's going to be good for a base hit past Ellis. And with that, Bloomcrest will go to third. Is he waved home? He'll come home on a 2 through 6. That's a 4 as Ellis goes to chase the ball. Bloomcrest is waved around to home. And he scores. It's 3-1 Mariners. So with that, Raul Ibens is up. He's 0 for 2 today. Strategy rolls a 15. And here is the pitch. 3-1. Column 3, row 1. That's going to be a blank. And that's going to be 6-1. Column 6, row 1, double star 2. And that's going to be a ground ball to Ellis, who will make the catch. And retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Jack Cusp, Emil Brown, Bobby Cosby due up for the A's. Jack Cusp, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And here is the pitch. And that's going to be 2-6. Column 2, row 6 is a blank. And that's going to be 4-4. Column 4, row 4. That is a double into left field. It's a double out there in the left field. Cusp will go to 2. Will take 2 on that base hit. Cusp on with a double. Emil Brown is up. Brown is 0 for 1. Strategy roll 16. A's holding off. And here is the pitch. And that's going to be 6-5. Column 6, row 5. It's a possible error. By the way, strategy roll is a 16. A's holding off. 4-1. Column 4, row 1. That's going to be good for a base hit past Beltre. Error rating for Beltre is a 1 to 6. That is a 10. There's no error there. And with that, Cusp will get the hold side. So the A's have a runner now in scoring position as Bobby Cosby comes up. Cosby is 0 for 1 today. Strategy roll is a 5 with the infield at double play depth. And here is the pitch. 6-3. Column 6. Row 3, that is a blank. 2-2, column 2, row 2. Line drive to the shortstop to Benecourt. No double play there. It's 1 out. And they're going to hold the runners at second and third, at first and second. On the corners, they hold the runners. Ryan Sweeney is up. Sweeney is 0 for 1 with a strikeout, 1 out. Infield still a double play. And here is the pitch. 6-1. Column 6, row 1. That's a strikeout. On a 1 to 10, that's an 8. Struck him out. And puts 2 away. That's going to bring up Kurt Suzuki. Suzuki is 1 for 1 today. He's got an inside the park home run, a run, and an RBI. 2 outs and runners on the corner. Strategy rolls a 19. And here is the pitch. And that's going to be 5-3. Column 5, row 3. That's a strikeout on a 1 to 9. The 18 is too high. 1-4. Column 1, row 4. And that's going to be a line drive to third base to Beltre, who will make the catch and retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on. After 4, it's Mariners 3, Oakland 1. We go to the top of the 5th. Adrian Beltre, Jose Verito, and Greg Norton due up. Lenny DiNardo can face one more batter before he's considered tired. And here's the pitch to Adrian Beltre. Beltre is 2 for 2 today with a run and an RBI. 3-1, column 3, row 1. That's going to be a blank. 6-2, column 6, row 2. And that's going to be a double past Buck. And with that, Beltre is on with leads off with a double. So the A is warming up the bullpen. Strategy roll is a 17. So that's going to be a sacrifice bunt. Infield going to come in for this play. Verito, 1 for 2 with a strikeout. Here's the pitch. Since Lenny is now tired, if 1-1, 3-1, or 6-1 gets rolled, he will be pulled. 3-3. Column 3, row 3. That's going to be a strike, and that's going to be a 5. The 7 is too high. Bunted hard. Proceed as you would for any ground double play. On an 18, it's a GDP. We're going to click bunt. And with that, is it a double play? That's going to be a 2. Ground double play and runners on second. Roll is equal to or less. It's a double play. If roll is higher, runner on second, forced out at third. A roll of a 6, the play is only on the batter at first. In this case, it is a 2. That is a 2. And that's going to be a double play. It's a double play to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors, and none left on. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Going to be Jack Hanahan, Travis Buck, and Mark Ellis due up for the A's. Carlos Silva can face 8 more batters before he's considered tired. Hanahan 0 for 1, and here's the pitch. 3-4, column 3, row 4. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1 to 17. That is a 1. Struck him out. So 1 away. We go to the top of the order. Travis Buck. Buck is 1 for 2, and here is the pitch. 4-1. Column 4, row 1. That's going to be a blank. And that is going to be a 4-6. Column 4, row 6. It's a ground ball to Beltre. And that's going to be out number 2. 2 away, and that's going to bring up Mark Ellis. Ellis is 1 for 1 today, and here is the pitch. 3-5, column 3, row 5. That is a blank. 3-3, column 3, row 3, and that's going to be good for a single past Benecourt. And with that, the A's have a runner on first. Derek Barton up. Barton is 0 for 1 today. Strategy roll is a 19. A's holding off, infield normal depth, and here is the pitch. And that's going to be 2-2. Column 2, row 2, range play at the Coliseum. We're going to go to the ballpark card. 2-3, column 2, row 3. It's a ground ball to Norton. Norton's range is on a 1-2. That is a 3, and that's going to be a double. Ellis will go to third. Ellis goes to third, Barton on second, and the A's have runners on the corners. Ellis will get the hold sign. He doesn't come home just yet. Jack Cusp up. He's 1 for 2 today with a double and a strikeout. Strategy roll is a 4, and here is the pitch. 2-4, column 2, row 4. That's going to be good for a base hit. And with that, Barton will go to third. Does he come home? He'll come home on a 1-6. That's a 4. And the A's have tied this game up at 3. Two-run score and an RBI single by Jack Cusp. It's all tied up at 3, and that's going to bring up Emil Brown. Emil Brown is 1 for 2. Strategy roll is an 8 with 2 outs and a runner on first, and here is the pitch. 4-1. Column 4, row 1, that's going to be a blank. 5-4. Column 5, row 4. Ground ball to Norton, and that will retire. And that will retire the side. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors, and 1 left on. After 5, we're tied at 3. We go to the top of the 6th. It's Kenji Johijima, Willie Bloomcrest, and Yunesuke Benecourt due up for the Mariners. And with that, we do have a new pitcher on the mound for Oakland. And with that, they're going to bring in Andrew Brown. So we haven't seen Santiago in a while. They're going to bring in Santiago. Santiago Castelo will come in. All right. He's got no wins and no losses. He does have 1 save. He's pitched 2 2/3 innings, allowed 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Lenny. Lenny went 5 innings, allowed 9 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, 1 hit by pitch, an ERA of a 5.72. So he's got to face off against 7, 8, and 9 in the lineup here. Kenji is 1 for 2 with a double, and here is the pitch. 5-2, column 5, row 2. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1-7. That is a 7. Struck him out. And 1 away, and that's going to bring up Willie Bloomcrest. Bloomcrest 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a run, and here is the pitch. 2-2, column 2, row 2, strikeout on a 1-14. That is a 5. Struck him out. And the A's, just like that, 2 quick outs. Benacord is up. He's 0 for 2. 5-4, column 5, row 4. That is a strikeout on a 1-6. The 8 is too high. 1-3, column 1, row 3, and that's going to be a ground ball to Buck. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors as the A's retire the Mariners in order. 3 up, 3 down. Very quick inning to score there. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's Bobby Cosberry, Ryan Sweeney, and Kurt Suzuki due up for the A's. Cosby is 0 for 2, and here is the pitch. And that's going to be 1-1. Column 1, row 1. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1-12. That is a 6. Struck him out. Struck him in, and that's going to bring up Ryan Sweeney. Sweeney is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, and here is the pitch. And that's going to be 2-3. Column 2, row 3. That is a blank. And that's going to be 4-1. Column 4, row 1. Power hit to Reed on an 8. That is a double out there. That's a 1-hopper off the wall, and Sweeney will take 2 off of that base hit. Silva now tired. They are going to leave him in. Kurt Suzuki is 1 for 2 with a home run, a walk, and an RBI. 5-4, column 5, row 4. That is going to be a hit by pitch. That is a 10. That is an 11. Silva will give a -4 to that range. Does not hit him. 6-4, column 6, row 4. Ground ball to Benacord. And with that, he will hold, and the out is at first. So 2 outs, and Hanahan is up. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Strategy roll 2, A's holding off, and here is the pitch. 1-1, column 1, row 1. Strikeout on a 1-17. That is a 19. The 19 is too high. 2-4, and that's going to be a base hit to Bloomcrest. And with that, Sweeney will go to third. He's waved home. He'll get a +1 going from second to home. And with that, base run rating is a 4. The die roll is a 4. And the A's have taken the lead. It's 4-3 A's. And with that, Silva is getting pulled. The skipper will go out there and pull Silva. They are going to bring in Arthur Rhodes. Rhodes will come in here to try to close out the inning. Just needs to get one more out. However, he is Silva still responsible for Hannah on base. Rhodes will come in with an 8.18. No wins, no losses. He does have one save. He's pitched 3 1/3 innings, allowed 3 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Silva. Silva went 5 2/3 innings, allowed 10 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 5 strikeouts, 1 home run, and ERA of an 8.22. Top of the order, Travis Buck is 1 for 3. Strategy rolls a 12, and here is the pitch. 6-6, column 6, row 6. That is a double star 1, and that's going to be a fly ball out there to Ibens, who will make the catch and retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on for the A's. After 6, it's Oakland 4, Mariners 3. We go to the top of the 7th. It's going to be Jeremy Reed, Jose Lopez, and Raul Ibens due up for the Mariners. And with that, Santiago is done. They are going to pull him, and they are going to bring in Jerry Belvins. Belvins will come in. That is his card. So Belvins, I think this, nope. He's pitched 3 innings, allowed no hits, no strikeouts, and no walks. Taking a look at the stats for Santiago, he went 1 inning, had 2 strikeouts, no ERA. Jeremy Reed, top of the order. Reed is 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. 2-5, column 2, row 5, and that's going to be a double star. That's going to be a fly ball out there to Sweeney, and that's going to be out number 1. Jose Lopez is 2 for 3 today with a strikeout and an RBI. 4-2, column 4, row 2. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1-8. That is a 1. Struck him out. So strikeout 1, 2 outs, and that's going to bring up Raul Ibens. Ibens is 0 for 3, and here is the pitch. 2-4, that's going to be a blank. 5-1, column 5, row 1, and that's going to be a ground ball to Barton. As we sing, take me out to the ball game. It's no runs, no hits, and no errors. It's 3 up, 3 down for the A's. As the A's retire the Mariners in order, we go to the bottom of the 7th. Mark Ellis, Derek Barton, and Jack Cusp due up for the A's. Let's take a look at the box score after 6.5 innings have been played here in Oakland. Mariners scored a run in the first, a run in the third, a run in the fourth, 3 runs on 9 hits and no errors. Oakland scored a run in the third, 2 in the fifth, a run in the sixth, 4 runs on 10 hits and no errors. And with that, Rhodes is done. And they're going to bring in Jake Woods. Yep, Jake Woods is going to come in to pitch. That is his card. Woods will come in with a 4.50 ERA. He's pitched 2 innings, allowed 3 hits and 1 strikeout. Taking a look at the stats here for Arthur Rhodes, he went 1/3 of an inning, an ERA of a 7.30. With that, Mark Ellis is up. He's 2 for 2 with a run scored. And here is the pitch. 3-6, column 3, row 6 at the ballpark. We're going to go to the ballpark card. And that's going to be 3-3, column 3, row 3, double star 1. And that's going to be a fly ball out there to Ibens into the left field. 1 away. Derek Barton is up. Barton is 1 for 2 today with a double and a run scored. And here is the pitch. 2-4, column 2, row 4, range play at the ballpark. And that's going to be 3-4, column 3, row 4. That's a fly ball out there to Reed. Reed's range is on a 1-3. That is a 3. He makes the catch. He makes a diving catch for that ball. Gets up, shows it, and holds on to it. 2 outs, and Jack Cusp is up. Cusp, 2 for 3 with a double, a strikeout, and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a 1-6, column 1, row 6. That's a strikeout on a 1-19. That is a 6. Struck him out. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, as the Mariners return the favor and retire and put the A's down in order. After 7, it's Oakland 4, Seattle 3. We go to the top of the 8th. Adrian Beltre, Jose Verito, and Greg Norton due up for the Mariners. Jerry is done. And they are going to bring in... They're going to bring in Joey Devine. Joey Devine is going to come in to pitch this inning. Comes in, no ERA. He's got 2 innings pitched, allowed 1 hit, 1 strikeout, and 1 walk on the as the stats so far for the season in the replay. Jeremy Belvins went 1 inning, allowed 1 strikeout, no ERA. And with that, the only change they're going to make is to Barton at first. Barton will come out, and they're going to bring in Mike Sweeney to take over at first. So Sweeney will take over at first. Nobody else has changed. That's the only position change that the A's have made. Adrian Beltre, 3 for 3 today with a double, a run, and an RBI. And here is the pitch. 2-6, column 2, row 6 at the ballpark. We're going to go to the Coliseum. 4-2, column 4, row 2. It's a ground ball to third base to Hanahan. He'll make the catch and retire the set and put 1 away. Jose Verito is 1 for 3 with a strikeout, and here is the pitch. 5-5, column 5, row 5. It's going to be a possible error on a ground ball. 2-5, column 2, row 5. It's a ground ball to Sweeney. Error range is a 0. That's going to be a 15. No error there. Excuse me, as they put 2 away. Greg Norton, 0 for 1 with a strikeout, and here's the pitch to Norton. Norton, 2-3, column 2, row 3. That's going to be a blank. Norton batting left. 6-3, column 6, row 3, and that's going to be a base hit to Ellis. And Norton is on with a base hit. So the tying run is on base, the go-ahead run now at the plate. And that's going to be Kenji Johijima, the catcher. He's 1 for 3 today with a double, a strikeout, and an RBI. And here is the pitch. 5-1. Column 5, row 1. That's going to be a strikeout plus on a 1-17. That is an 8. Struck him out. Now, on a strikeout plus, we add 10 to the range plus whatever the factor of the ballpark is. In this case, we're adding 12 to that range. And that's where the 17 comes from. And struck him out looking. So no runs, 1 hit, and no errors, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's Emil Brown, Bobby Cosby, and Ryan Sweeney due up. And with that, Jake Woods is done. So with that, we go back to the bullpen for the A's. And that is going to bring in, for the Mariners. And they are going to bring in, they're going to bring in J.J. Putz. That is his card. Putz, no ERA. He's got 1 save. He's pitched 4 2/3 innings, allowed 1 hit, 3 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Emil Brown 1 for 3 today. As he'll step up, taking a look at the stats for Jake Woods. He went 1 inning, had 1 strikeout, an ERA of a 3.0. And with that, Emil Brown 1 for 3, and here's the pitch. 1-1, column 1, row 1. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1-11. That is a 2. Remember, we're adding 2 to that range. Struck him out. So 1 away, and that's going to bring up Bobby Cosby. Cosby is 0 for 3 with a strikeout, and here is the pitch. And that's going to be a 5-1, column 5, row 1. That's going to be a walk. It's a walk plus, so same thing as a strikeout plus. We add 10 to that range. We add 12 to that range. And that's going to be a 22. That's going to be a 15, and that's going to be good for a walk. So with that, as Cosby will walk on down to first, Ryan Sweeney will come up, the center fielder. He's 1 for 3 with a double, a strikeout, and a run. And here is the pitch. Strategy roll is a 12. A's holding off. 5-3. Column 5, row 3. Strikeout plus. That's going to be a 20. That's a 20. Struck him out looking. And that's going to put 2 away, and that's going to bring up Kurt Suzuki. Suzuki is 1 for 3 with an inside the park home run, a run, and an RBI. And here's the pitch. Strategy roll is a 10. 1-5, column 1, row 5, and that's going to be a hit by pitch. That's a 14. That's a 6. JJ, that's going to be a 0 for that, and that'll put runners on first and second. Jack Hanahan up. JJ is now tired. Hanahan is 1 for 3 with a strikeout and an RBI. Strategy roll is an 18, and here is the pitch. 2-1. Column 2, row 1. Home run chance on a 1-13. The 20 is too high. And that's going to be 2-1, column 2, row 1. That's going to be a double out there into center field. 1 run will score. Suzuki will score. And the trailing runner is thrown out. So with that, Suzuki will score, Cosby will score, Hanahan thrown out at second. And he's thrown out at third, and it's 2 runs, 1 hit, and no errors after 8. Oakland 6. Mariners 3. We go to the top of the ninth. Will we see some ninth inning magic? And with that, the A's are going to bring in their closer, Hudson Street. Yep, Hudson will come in to do the save. That is his card. Hudson comes into the game with a 9.73 ERA. He's got no wins and 1 loss. He's got 2 saves, 3 and 2/3 innings pitched, allowed 5 hits, 6 strikeouts, and no walks. He's got to face off against Willie Bloomcrest, Yuneski Betancourt, and Jeremy Reed. Taking a look at the stats here for Hudson. For Joey Devine, he went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, 1 strikeout, no ERA. Take a look at the box score after 8 innings have been played here in Oakland. Seattle scoring the 3 runs in the first, the second, the third, and the 4th inning. Oakland, a run in the 3rd, 2 in the 5th, a run in the 6th, 2 in the 8th. It's 6 runs on 11 hits. Willie Bloomcrest, they're down by 3. And here is the pitch. He's 0 for 3 today. Bloomcrest not going to take the hit. No, he's going to take the hit. Bloomcrest is going to take the hit here. 5-1. Column 5, row 1. That's going to be a blank. 2-1, column 1, row 2, 1-2. I got the numbers reversed. It's a fly ball to Buck. And that's going to be out number 1, 1 away, and Betancourt is up. Betancourt not going to take the hit. And they're going to bring in Brian Lahar to pinch hit. So Brian will come in. That is his card. He's played in 2 games, had 1 at bat. And here is the pitch. Brian trying to get on base. 6-4. Column 6, row 4. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1-18. That is an 11. Struck him out. And we go to the top of the order. Jeremy Reed. The Mariners down to the last out. Here's the pitch to Reed. 6-1. Column 6, row 1. Double question mark. Double star on a 1-15. That's a 3. And then it's going to be an auto out. It's a fly ball to Sweeney. And that's the ball game. As the Oakland A's come back to defeat the Seattle Mariners 6-3. Final line score coming right up. So the Oakland A's defeat the Seattle Mariners. Final score 6-3. The Mariners 3 runs on 10 hits and no errors. The A's 6 runs on 11 hits and no errors. Santiago will pick up the win. Silva will get his 3rd loss, and Hudson Street will get his 3rd save. Kurt Suzuki, the only one who hit the home run during this entire game. And let's take a look at the stats here. Santiago went 1 inning, allowed 2 strikeouts, no ERA. Silva went 5 2/3 innings, allowed 10 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 5 strikeouts, 1 home run, an ERA of an 8.22. Hudson Street, who went 1 inning, picks up the 3rd save, had 1 strikeout, an ERA of a 7.66. So that's going to do it for us here at Oakland, as that will move, as the A's will improve to 10-7, and the Mariners will drop to 6-11. That's going to do it for us here at the Coliseum. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and a thumbs up on your way through the turnstile. And remember to click that bell notification to be notified of when new videos in the 2008 replay go live, and when I go live with all of the Philadelphia Phillies and Field of Dreams. Until then, I'm Scooney 007. We'll see you for another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. Until then, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.